In the Dune Universe, the galaxy is detailed with a storyline that stretches for thousands of years, across hundreds of generations of humanity, beginning thousands of years before and ending or continuing thousands of years after the God Emperor's reign. Throughout the millennia, there existed beings whose powers and abilities far surpassed the peak of an average human. Some are the products of a meticulous training shaped by the shadowy Sisterhood that masters the mind and body with a cold precision. Others possess the gift of sight beyond sight, able to peer into the very fabric of time itself. Their visions stretch across possible futures, making them both revered and feared, for they walk the thin line between what is and what might be. Among them are those who have undergone transformations, both physical and spiritual, that set them apart from the ordinary beings. Their bodies may bear the marks of inhuman change, but it is their minds, enhanced by unnatural means, that truly distinguishes them. There are those who command legions with a single gesture, their strategic minds calculating every move with the precision of a Mentat, yet driven by the passion of a warrior. These are the ones who hold the reins of power in a universe where survival is the only law. So here in this video we will rank the 10 most powerful beings in the Dune Universe. Let's get to it. At number 10 we have Lady Jessica. Lady Jessica of the Atres was born in the year 10,154 AG on Wallach 9 as a result of a secret Bene Gesserit breeding program. She was the illegitimate daughter of Baron Vladimir Harkonnen. So trained from birth by the Sisterhood, Jessica was intended to produce a daughter with Duke Leto Atres, who would marry a Harkonnen to create the Kwisatz Haderach, a super being with extraordinary prescient abilities. However, her love for Duke Leto led her to defy her orders and conceive a son, whose name was Paul Atreides, who would become the legendary Muad'Dib. As a Bene Gesserit, Jessica possessed the incredible physical and mental discipline, including mastery over the voice, a powerful tool of persuasion, and mastering the weirding way, making her more than capable of taking on a Fremen with ease. Her transformation into a Reverend Mother among the Fremen, following her ingestion of the toxic water of life, granted her vast ancestral memories, as well as amplifying her already unique abilities. These powers made her a central figure in her son's rise to the imperial throne and solidifying her lasting legacy in the known universe. Number 9. Ghima Atres. Ghima, born in Sheikh Tabr on Arrakis, was the daughter of Emperor Paul Atreides and his Fremen concubine Chani. She and her twin brother, Leto II, were born with full consciousness due to their genetic heritage and their mother's heavy consumption of spice melange during pregnancy. This made Ghima pre-born, possessing the wisdom of her ancestors and the abilities of a Bene Gesserit Reverend Mother from birth. Despite lacking her brother's assertiveness and full prescience, Ghima was exceptionally wise and capable of recalling the memories of both male and female ancestors. Raised by her aunt, Regent Aliyah Atres, and her stepmother, Princess Irulan, Ghima played a crucial role in guiding Leto during the early formation of the Golden Path, though he later concealed his full extent to protect her. After surviving an assassination attempt and later becoming empress through a political marriage to her own brother, Ghima then married Farad Corrino. This union allowed Leto to control the Bene Gesserit breeding program and spread the Atreides, Harkonnen and Corrino genes across the Empire that would reshape the universe. Number 8. The Ghola of Duncan Ado. Duncan Ado, originally a Jaina's swords master and loyal to House Atreides, became a pivotal figure in the saga through a series of Tleilaxu Ghola incarnations. Following his own death in the Desert War on Arrakis, before Paul became the Muad'Dib, he was later resurrected numerous times, playing key roles such as being a Mentat husband to Regent Aliyah Atres, then as a commander of the God Emperor's forces, and as a central figure in the Bene Gesserit Ornate Matres conflict, the War of the Sisterhoods. His final incarnation, restored with the memories of all his previous lives, possessed a unique blend of abilities including exceptional combat skills, including resistance to the Bene Gesserit voice and advanced Mentat and truth-saying training. By the year 15,240 AG, Duncan escaped with Shana and others exhibiting prescient abilities and evading a capture by powerful entities. His fate now still remains uncertain, but his accumulated skills and experiences from his many lives makes him one of the most powerful figures in the Dune Universe. Number 7. Darwi Atres. Reverend Mother Darwi Atres was born in the year 15,240 AG and was a prominent Bene Gesserit Mother Superior who played a critical role in the War of the Sisterhoods. Born with a blend of Atres, Harkonnen and Corrino genes, she bore a strong resemblance to Lady Jessica and was discovered by the Sisterhood at a young age. Audrey's complex background included her being the daughter of Supreme Bashar Miles Teg, which was revealed to her later in life. Her childhood experiences and tendencies towards romanticism led her to create a secret alter ego called the Sea Child. As a Bene Gesserit leader, Audrey was known for her strategic brilliance, emotional insight, and diplomacy, managing significant events such as the discovery of Leto II's spice hoard and the recruitment of Shana Burke. Then her tenure as Mother Superior to the Bene Gesserit saw her pioneering the use of axolotl technology to clone Miles Teg and integrating Morella, a captured Ornate Matre, into the Sisterhood. Audrey's leadership culminated in a final confrontation with the Ornate Matre, where she was captured and killed, but not before ensuring her legacy and the survival of the Bene Gesserit with careful planning and a transfer of her own memories. Number 6. Aliyah Atres. Aliyah Atres, born posthumously to Duke Leto I and Lady Jessica on Arrakis, was the younger sister of Paul Atres. While still in the womb, Lady Jessica consumed the water of life, making Aliyah pre-born, with full consciousness and ancestral memories before birth. But this condition made her highly susceptible to abomination, a state in which she could be possessed by the personalities of her ancestors. Aliyah was a fierce and precocious child, known as Saint Aliyah of the Knife. Her unique abilities made her both revered and feared among the Fremen. As regent of the Atreides Empire after Paul's departure, Aliyah initially ruled with strength but eventually succumbed to the ego memory of her grandfather Vladimir Harkonnen, who sought to control her from beyond the grave. This possession led her to establish an autocratic regime marked by a cult of personality. Her descent into madness culminated in her suicide, choosing death over complete surrender to the Baron's influence. Despite her tragic end, Aliyah's religious influence persisted, though it then faded away after the death of Leto II, 3,500 years in the future. Number 5. Shana Burke. Shana Burke, born in the year 15,218 AG on Arrakis, was a Fremen girl who gained the remarkable ability to command sandworms, a power that drew the attention of the Rakin priesthood, the Bene Gesserit and the Bene Tleilax. After witnessing her village's destruction by a worm, Shana discovered that the creature obeyed her, leading her to Keen, where the priesthood adopted her and made her one of their own. Her unique connection to the worms was later attributed to her being a descendant of Shana Atres and Duncan Ado, as revealed by the Bene Gesserit DNA analysis. The Bene Gesserit took Shana into their ranks, hoping to use her to propagate sandworms on their chapter house planet. However, her Fremen roots and exposure to the Ornate Matre practices made her an unpredictable and rebellious element within the Sisterhood. Unhappy with her role, Shana eventually escaped in a no-ship with a group that included Duncan Ado, a goal of Miles Teg, and others journeying into uncharted space to seek a new home beyond the known universe. Number 4. Paul Atres. So Paul Atres, known as the Muad'Dib, was a complex and pivotal figure in the Dune Universe. Born into the noble house Atres, Paul was groomed for leadership from a young age, receiving extensive training in politics, combat, and the secretive arts of the Bene Gesserit, thanks to his mother, Lady Jessica. His early life was marked by a mix of privilege and intense preparation, as he was positioned to become a Mentat, a human computer, and potentially the Kwisatz Haderach, the prophesied superbeing of the Bene Gesserit breeding program. In the harsh desert of Arrakis, Paul's latent abilities, including his prescience, were fully awakened by the spice melange. By the spice-rich environment there, he and his mother encountered the Fremen, the fierce and resourceful natives of Arrakis. Paul then quickly rose to leadership among them, adopting the name Muad'Dib and leading a successful guerrilla war against the Harkonnens and the Emperor's forces on Arrakis. Paul's victories led to the downfall of House Harkonnen and the Emperor, and he claimed the imperial throne by marrying Princess Uruland, the daughter of the deposed Emperor Shaddam IV. However, the majority of his reign was marked by a brutal and expansive jihad carried out by the Fremen followers across the known universe, fulfilling the darker aspects of his visions and causing the lives of 61 billion. Number 3. Morella. Morella was a formidable honored matre with exceptional physical and mental abilities, including near-instant reflexes and heightened sexual amplification. Raised from a young age by the honored matre, she quickly distinguished herself as a promising trainee. Her exceptional talents and intense imprinting bond with Duncan Ado led to her capture by the Bene Gesserit, who sought to integrate her into their ranks. Morella's ascension into both the Mother Superior of the Bene Gesserit and the Great Honored Matre was marked by her successful integration of the best traits of both factions. She united the Honored Matre and the Bene Gesserit and demonstrated her prowess in a climactic battle where she defeated the Great Honored Matre Logno. Although her leadership was controversial and some members of the Sisterhood doubted her merger success, Morella's actions, including her strategic withdrawal during the attack on Junction, allowed her to consolidate power. She ultimately led a dramatic exodus from Chapter House, with several key figures including Duncan Ado and Miles Tegg to pursue goals beyond the known universe. Number 2. Miles Tegg. Supreme Bashar Miles Tegg, born in the year 14,933 AG, was a distinguished Bene Gesserit military commander and a Mentat born to Loschi Tegg and Lady Janet Roxborough on the planet called Lernaeus. As a product of the Bene Gesserit breeding program, Tegg inherited the physical and mental attributes of House Atres and closely resembling Duke Leto Atres I. Trained both as a Bene Gesserit adept and a Mentat, Tegg became a formidable strategist and a leader, known for his superior battlefield tactics and ability to forge truces. He was widely acclaimed to be a powerful warrior Mentat. During his career, Tegg commanded the Bene Gesserit military forces with remarkable success. His talents were augmented by his genetic heritage, which granted him charisma and the ability to inspire fierce loyalty amongst his followers. Later, after being called out of retirement to train and awaken the memories of one Duncan Ado Gola, Tegg's prescient abilities were themselves triggered by intense torture, thus greatly enhancing his already formidable skills, making him easily the second most powerful being ever in the Dune Universe. And of course, number 1 is Leto II. Leto Atres II, the God Emperor, was the last ruler of the Atreides Empire, reigning from the year 10,219 AG until his assassination in the year 13,728 AG. Born to the Emperor Paul Muad'Dib and Chanikains on Arrakis, Leto and his twin sister Ghima were pre-born, inheriting their parents' ancestral memories and Paul's oracular abilities. After realizing the dangers posed by their aunt Aliyah Atres, who had succumbed to ancestral possession to abomination, Leto embarked on a path to ensure humanity's survival, known as the Golden Path. This journey led him to bond with the Sand Trout, transforming his body into a hybrid organism with immense strength, durability and near immortality, but at the cost of his own humanity. Leto's transformation allowed him to become the God Emperor, ruling the known universe with an iron fist for 35 centuries. His powers included superhuman strength, heightened senses, and the ability to manipulate the future through his prescient vision. His rule saw the expansion of the Atreides Empire across the entire galaxy, and a transformation of Arrakis into a fertile world. However, this killed off the sandworms, and his reign was involved with harsh measures such as banning personal shields and restricting travel to maintain control over humanity and guide it along the Golden Path. And so those are the 10 most powerful beings in the Dune universe, as per our pick. So if you like this video, then watch this other one too. And if you want to browse for other sci-fi, Dune and Warhammer content, then check out our channel. So subscribe and like for support. And yeah, while you're at it, bang on that bell icon for notifications on new video uploads. Till the next time, take care, boys.